Hey guys, it's been a long time since I made a video and I'm back. I just wanted to make a quick video over uh, some things about Yu-Gi-Oh, about the formats, about card choices, deck choices, and I had a lovely series that I have in mind that I plan on starting soon. But I'm waiting for my cards. I don't feel like doing deck profiles or explaining things without having cards in front of me to show you guys and to talk about it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about the different types of decks that there are in Yu-Gi-Oh, the pros and cons of these decks, and this will also assist you in maybe choosing your next deck for the format. Um, right now, there's quite a few different decks running around with varying successes. But let's push all of that aside. I just want to talk now about there's three types of decks in Yu-Gi-Oh. There's control decks and think Sky Striker. There's combo decks, think maybe Power Patron. And then there's mid-range decks that have some combo aspect, some and a lot of room for non-engine. Think Cool Tune. And you could even extend that to saying maybe even branded. So before we go any further, just to understand where your deck fits in, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what makes these decks a certain way. So we start off with control decks. Control decks normally want to go first, per se, and they normally set up a lot of back row. Think things like Labyrinth, Eldritch, and now to an extent, Sky Strikers, where they want to interact with the opponent, where they stop them from building a board, control the tempo and the way of the game. And then combo decks are decks that have these really big, insane inboards that have to go through a lot of steps, a lot of cards, a lot of engine requirements. And what happens is, you know, it's a combo deck when you start having a limited amount of hand traps and non-engine space. So the Doomsday and also combo deck that I played a lot and I enjoyed, Dragon Link. Both combo decks, not much room for a lot of non-engine, like 20 or so, a lot of engine requirements, but you're able to play through and build your board. And then now we go to the more mid-range deck, which is something like Cool Tune, which has small combos and not a really huge end board, but able to play a lot of non-engine, a lot of hand traps, and quite resilient to hand traps. That is an example of a mid-range deck. So those are the three types of decks. You got a control, you got a mid-range, and you got a combo deck. So if you're looking to play in this format, also if you can hear the washing machine, it is what it is. I just found this to be the fine time that I had to make these videos. When you looking to build a deck or when you're looking to play, you must always keep in mind as to which category your deck falls in, because your deck will always fall into one of those three categories. So if you want a little bit more of a combo deck, you must say, okay, right, I'm a bit of a combo player. What is a good combo deck in the meta right now, etc., etc. Right now, I believe that the meta is, it's not a three-way, but it's a little bit more split and diverse. Where I feel the best decks in the format right now is Cool Tune, uh, Branded, Sky Striker. Those I feel are the three best decks right now in the format that you can play and use. Followed up by Doomsday and Mitsurugi, whether this be Clown Mage Mitsurugi, Pure Mitsurugi, or whatever Mitsurugi, Mitsurugi is a really good deck. And if you're looking to choose a deck, number one and most important thing is budget. How much do you have to pay for a deck or to use a deck? And let's be honest, if budget was no issue, I think everyone under the sun will be running Max Rarity Cool Tune, or they'll be running a really big deck that they love. But budget is an important thing. How much do you want to spend and put into the game? So that is your first question. What does your budget allow you to play? Now, if you're a budget player and wanting to get into this game, I would not pick up Mitsurugi, and I would rather go for Sky Striker. The reason why Sky Striker is cheaper than Mitsurugi. Mitsurugi is only becomes really broken when you start putting in very expensive non-engines. Think Dominus Spark, Dominus Impulse, and things of that sort. Maybe you're putting Solemn Reports, maybe you're putting in Forbidden Crowns and things. Sky Striker, on the other hand, is fairly budget. The only expensive things that you might want to put into Sky Striker again is non-engine pieces. So, for example, maybe you feel like Forbidden Crown is a good thing. Well, you could play 1 or 2 crowns, and a crown is far cheaper. 3 crowns is far cheaper than 3 impulses and three sparks. So automatically, Sky Striker is, I feel, on the cheaper side, and it's really good. It's a really good deck into the game. And then, yeah, next thing I want to talk about is Cool Tune and Branded. Which of these two are better? Now, Branded doesn't really end on an insane board where like you have 4 Omni Negates and all these things. What Branded does do well is that it has a lot of layers of interaction where it can hinder your plays. Also, coupled with the fact that Branded has a really good grind game where things keep getting added back to hand and you can keep on going. It has gas to keep playing. You can have maybe 2 cards at the end of your turn, end of main phase 2, and in your end phase, you have 5 cards. And then next thing you know, they're drawing for turn for number 6. And when it rolls back to them. Cool Tune is really good, but there's the thing that really makes this deck good is the hand knowledge, seeing what your opponent is playing, putting the top deck. When you have the hand traps behind the established board, which is normally an Omni Negate with Zaland, an on-field negate like a Hot Red Archfiend with RS, a non-targeting or targeting pop or bounce back with the small ones. It becomes really good when you have that hand traps to assist in the board. So yeah, those are the decks, and I feel like if you are going into this next format, you don't have a deck and you want to start playing, I would 100% recommend Sky Striker as number 1, Mitsurugi with the Clown Crew package as number 2, because we're not talking about pure Mitsurugi where you're running all these expensive cards. Number 3 will be Branded, but then you run into the issue where Fallen of White Dragon is expensive and Ecclesia Synchron is very expensive. And then you go Cool Tune and then Doomsy at the back. I feel Doomsy is expensive because you have to maybe play Medius, and Medius is an expensive card. Maybe you can get away with it with less money, but if you're on a budget, I would say first choice, second choice, third choice, maybe try get 1 Fallen in White if you can, and then fourth choice, and then yeah, there you go. So that's it. I don't want to talk too much more on this video. This was just me saying that there's three different types of decks: control, mid-range, and combo decks. Key factors is control controls the tempo of the game. They have a lot of activatable cards in the back row on your opponent's turn, and they just try to get the game slow enough to a point where they start incurring the advantage and snowball into a win. Combo decks, bang, 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 bang. Summon, link, summon, synchro, whatever it is. They just go big boards, a lot of steps, a lot of points of interaction, and can play through a lot of interactions if the hand is good, but at the cost of a lot of engine requirements, one-offs, two-offs, uh, that you don't really want to see or draw per se. And then your mid-range deck, mostly one card to two card combos, full combos, a lot of hand traps, and it all depends on your play style and what is it that you prefer, what is it that you like. And if you play a deck that matches your play style or complements your play style, that's normally when you succeed and do well. And yeah, that's it for this video. Don't want to make it too long. Once I get my Cool Tune core coming through, it was supposed to be at least by today. I ordered it on Saturday, I think, and it was shipped on Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 3 days didn't come. Hopefully by Monday or Tuesday it'll be here. I'll do a little quick unboxing and I'll start running you guys through the Cool Tune post band list, thoughts, impacts, and I want to make it into a series where I go through a whole lot of stuff where I'll be talking about non-engine, talking to you about hand traps, talking to you about sequences, talking to you guys about everything that I think is necessary or good. And it's twofold because it's me giving my input, and if my input is maybe incorrect or you found different, you give me your input and I can adjust, I can assist, or maybe it'll assist me and improve my gameplay, improve my my deck. And yeah, so that's it. Next video, I will talk to you guys about hand traps, engine space, uh, pros and cons of certain hand traps that you'll be looking to, what hand traps I think is good into the format, what hand traps I think is going to be maybe less good into the format. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and take care.